Hi and welcome to my kitchen. You're in for a real treat today as we make caramel puffed corn. It's easy, delicious, and only takes 5 ingredients. You're going to love it. So let's get started. The ingredients that you will need will be 7 ounces of puffed corn, otherwise known as corn twists, a cup of butter, a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of corn syrup, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. That's it. The first thing you'll need to do is to turn your oven on to 250 to get it preheated. Then you're going to need to use a big roasting pan, or you can use a big flat tin pan if you have it. And you're going to use about 7 ounces of the corn puffs. So that's going to be about 1 1/3 to 1 1/2 of the bags that you have. So you're going to have a little bit left over. Then what you want to do is to take your butter. So I've got a cup of butter here, and make sure you don't skimp and use margarine because it will not turn out the same. And then I've got a good packed cup of brown sugar and half a cup of corn syrup. Now I'm using the golden corn syrup. It may make it a bit darker in color, but I don't really think it matters that much. So you're going to put those all into your saucepan and turn it on to a high heat. Keep stirring it often while the butter melts. You don't want it to burn. We're just going to let that butter finish melting and get to a boil. And as soon as it gets to a boil, then we're going to put a timer on for 2 minutes and constantly stir it for 2 minutes while it's boiling. And then once that's done, we're going to immediately take it off the heat. Okay, so you can see it started to boil. So I'm going to turn my timer on now for 2 minutes. And I'm going to turn it down because I don't want it to boil too hard, just slowly. We're coming up to the 2-minute mark. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to take this now and take it right off the heat. And immediately we're going to add in the baking soda. And it's 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And this is where you see a little bit of magic happen. Starts to get foamy and kind of puff up a bit. And you see the color turn a little bit lighter. I'm not really sure what it's doing, but it's activating something. So just give it a really good stir. And it looks like that should be pretty good. And now what you do is take this and we're going to pour it over top of the puffed corn. Looks like we got lots in there. And be sure to use a spatula to get the rest of the caramel out of your pot. You don't want to waste any. This smells delicious. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you've got to mix it in really well. And you just have to keep stirring it. It takes a few minutes to mix the corn that's on the bottom, the caramel corn that's on the bottom, so that it also gets some of the mixture on it as well. It spreads out pretty good. The nice thing about this is you don't have to worry about the kernels with the popcorn and breaking your teeth. So if you love caramel corn but can't eat it for that reason, this is a really good alternative. And it's just as easy to make, if not easier. Just requires a little bit of patience while you make sure that you get the mixture well blended and coated on all of the pieces of the puffed corn. It's kind of a sweet and salty mixture because the puffed corn is already salted, and then this coating you're putting on it is sweet. So it is a nice combo if you like that taste. All right, now that I've got this mixed up pretty good, what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the oven at a 250-degree heat, and we're going to stir it every 15 minutes and then take it out after it's been in there for 45 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put a timer on for 15 minutes. And we'll let that bake, and then we'll give it a stir. It's been on for 15 minutes. Time to stir it again. It's getting nice and golden. You just have to give it a little stir just to spread the syrup around a little bit. Make sure it's nice and all evenly coated. And so it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan. You could put a little non-stick spray in your pan if you wanted. I didn't in this case, but it doesn't seem to really be sticking, so that's good. And this looks like it's pretty much done. The recipe calls for it to be 45 minutes at 250. You could do it a little less if you want. Just make sure you stir it at least 2 times during the cooking time. Just don't want it to start to brown too much on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to put that in for the final 10 or 15 minutes. And then we'll be all set. So after it's cooked about 45 minutes, the final step is to take it out. And we're going to put it onto some cookie sheets. So I cooked this about 40 minutes. It looked like it was getting a little bit brown. I didn't want to overcook it. And all you're going to do here is just spread it out on a couple cookie sheets. And you could line them with parchment paper if you'd like. I don't find it's necessary. You can hear it's got a little bit of almost a crunchy sound to it already from baking it. Okay. After it's cooled on the trays for 10 or 15 minutes, all you really need to do is just take these big chunks and just lightly separate them with your fingers. You can leave the chunks in as well. You don't necessarily need to break it all up. Just make sure that there's not really big ones in there. And then you can store it in a bowl or an airtight container, or if you're taking along somewhere as a gift, you can easily put it in a airtight Ziploc bag, and it stores really well in there. And this will keep a long time, although it probably won't because you'll probably eat it right away. I'm going to take this up to my sons, so thankfully, otherwise I'd probably eat all of it myself, but I'm just going to have a little taste right now. It's crunchy, melts in your mouth, and it's got a sweet and salty flavor to it. So I'm sure you're going to love it and have fun making it. You've been watching the Simple Living channel. My name's Lori, and if you like this recipe and my video, I hope you give me a thumbs up. Have a great day, everybody, and enjoy your caramel puff corn.